I think Makita OD'd.
I'm Craig Harris, the County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county.
Overdose calls countywide in 2023.
We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem is not going away.
Hey there, it's Brian, and as a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, I've seen firsthand how they go above and beyond. They have the Gateway and Memorial Boulevard locations, along with 9 more across Middle Tennessee. They make it easy to get the help I need, and I can always talk to a real person. That's a big deal nowadays. That's why I trust First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. They're always there when I need them.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Do volleyball if you want to.
Murfreesboro.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Welcome back to SRM Field, Robert L. Rake Stadium, site of tonight's big game between the Smyrna Bulldogs and the Laverne Wolverines. We, as the folks here in the stadium pause, we will do the same for the national anthem. Right here, we'll just carry it live here on the air tonight, be a little patriotic. So here is the national anthem tonight, and I think it's performed by the Bulldog Band here.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us rise as one nation and one people. And let us honor America, celebrating its freedom and those who protect it. Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with our tradition here,
and that is the Smyrna Band with the national anthem here this evening. Glad you're alongside Brian and Bill and Rod here with you tonight, coming to you from Smyrna, Tennessee. Smyrna and Laverne, the second oldest rivalry in the county. We'll have the first oldest rivalry, I guess, next week, Rod, when we do the Oakland Riverdale game, so that'll be fun.
That always is fun.
Going to talk a little bit about volleyball here for a second because we made some history here this week, and our South performers won the TOA highlight at halftime. So I guess it'd be good to talk about MTCS. Is that what we're going to do first?
Yes, happened yesterday. We've never had a high school team win the state tournament in volleyball until this year.
All right.
and we're going to honor the first in the Division II Single A category. Middle Tennessee Christian School won the state title, beating Silverdale 3-1. They went through the tournament Final Four, and they play a double elimination, and they won 9 and lost 1 in total games that they played. So an outstanding performance, and we want to recognize some of their stars. And the girl that made the most valuable player was Jada Burns, had 27 kills. And this is in one game. And a lot of times that's worth 3 games sometimes. So she is recognized. Also, you can't do it without a good set. And the setter, Bailey Culpepper, she had 44 assists, which is just outstanding, along with 2 blocks. And then we have also, you also have to have good defense. And we have in volleyball, we have what's called Middle Tennessee Christian School is Addison Burks, and she just had an outstanding year this year. She was the regular season MVP, 673 digs for the year, 62 aces, 66 assists, and she is committed to MTSU. So congratulations again to the Lady Cougars, and an outstanding performance. Rutherford County is very proud of you.
That is our SRM Concrete solid performer. The entire team there from Middle Tennessee Christian School, locally grown, nationally known. SRM Concrete bringing you that highlight of volleyball. Right now, back to the game here and the situation. Really a very good night for some high school football here this evening. And why don't we take a look at our forecast here, and forecast details coming up for you. And currently we have very comfortable 52 degrees. And let's find out from meteorologist Ray Miller how things are looking.
Spectacular fall evening in store, just perfect for football. We'll see temperatures right around 60 degrees at kickoff. East winds at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Temperatures falling down into the mid-50s by the end of the game tonight. The winds remain light throughout the evening. That's your forecast, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, your heating and air expert since 1966, delivering the finest HVAC products and services at affordable prices.
Look at your forecast from Fans Heating and Air.
Time now for your players to watch. Brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. Josh Houston and Associates.
Well, I will preface this by saying I did ask and made every effort, but I have no information on Laverne, so you'll be getting that as we go through the game. I can tell you the Laverne won the toss, so they're going to receive. So that's about the only key or player of the game that I can give you for them. But for the Smyrna Bulldogs, they're going to go with the junior quarterback, A.J. Jackson, 45 of 68, 407 yards passing, 68 yards per game in 6 games played. Travell Gordon will be in the backfield. He's got 103 yards rushing, along with R.J. Williams. They've made some shifts and changes. Williams 189 yards and a touchdown on the season in 31 carries. You're going to see Williams as a wide receiver along with Yanni Morales and Sakori Weathers. And your kicker is Daniel Aldana. He has 16 of 17 on PATs, 5 of 9 for field goals. 35 was the longest on the season. Those are your players on the game here from Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates.
Time now for the keys to the game. Brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall. Auto, home, business, and life insurance with a trusted agent, Rick Hall, at Rayburn Insurance.
All right, Bill Hockenberry, about ready to get this one underway here tonight, but your thoughts? Smyrna knows what they need to do to get in the playoffs, and that's win a couple of games, starting with this one.
That's right, Brian. They just need to win a couple of games. May have to get, make sure that somebody else didn't pull off an upset, and they can punch their ticket to the playoffs. And this is a rivalry game. You know Laverne is going to try to come out here and give them their best game they've played all year. You know, if you're Smyrna, I think you'd like to try to get ahead early and try to pump the gas and try to make them play from behind as quick as possible. If you're Laverne, the longer you're in the game, you want to try to get in this game in the fourth quarter and have a chance. That's all you're looking for, is to try to get in that fourth quarter and make a couple of plays, and you never know what may happen.
Well, that's plays, or rather our keys to the game here. And again, as always, we appreciate Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall. Smyrna guy, actually county commissioner now in this area, and hosted the Tuesday Roundtable with Wayne Blair, bringing you the keys to the game. Smyrna going to be kicking off to the Wolverines. They are in the white tops, royal blue pants. Got the, I think those are gray claw marks, if you will, on the pants. Black helmets with the Laverne logo on the helmet. Smyrna in their home purple and gold tops, bottoms. The gold numbers, gold hats with the purple S. And kicking it off here is Daniel Aldana. Daniel is just a freshman. 3-5, 1-4 for Smyrna. 0-8, 0-5 for the Wolverines. And it's going to be returnable here for Smyrna, and a flag on the play already on the return. And on that return was number 27, De'Arian Hall.
Look like a block in the back or a hold right here. It's going to back up the Wolverines.
Well, not what they wanted on that for sure. By the way, your official J. Mullins Jewelry kickoff time is 7:01. Family owned since 1938 and treating clients like family at J. Mullins Jewelry and Gifts, West Northfield Boulevard. Expert jewelry repair, custom jewelry design, and manufacturing, and those indestructible reactor watches. The last watch you'll ever need. J. Mullins Jewelry, 352 West Northfield Boulevard. They're going to start inside the 20, going to start actually at the 17-yard line. And they roll out of the huddle to the line of scrimmage. I believe that's number 8, Deacon Halen. And a run, nice run this near side by 32, Isaiah Thompson. So 32 Thompson on the run.
Good run right there, right off the bat.
Weathers and German on the tackle. And indeed, we were talking about this in the pregame show. Who would they start at quarterback? And it wound up being that freshman, didn't it?
It did. One we didn't have on here.
Yeah. So Deacon Halen, or Hanlon rather, freshman, trying to run off tackle right side. The ball comes loose late, but it's going to be down right there. And unfortunately now Thompson is down, but he pops back up real quick. Second down after the first down for the Wolverines. Just underway here tonight. Martin making the tackle for the Bulldogs.
That was a good sign for the Wolverines, Brian, on the first play, being able to move the ball 14 yards. You know, Smyrna's defense, especially their front four, is usually hard to move. And to get 14 yards on the first play, you got to be a positive for the Wolverines.
Denham Hall is the lone receiver out on the far side. Got a slot back as Hanlon is under center. Little reverse, and that is snuffed out. Trying to give it to Drayden DeMoss to run the ball, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. Jager making the takedown there. And it's third down and long now behind the chain. That's what you don't want on a second down run there.
No, they were trying to go with a little jet sweep right there, and Smyrna's defense just waiting right there to tackle him in the backfield. Really good job right there by the Bulldogs.
I believe that is Jackson Duncan wide out far side. And he's at the hashes. Slot back 27, De'Arian Hall is in motion. Protection. They pass right side. Incomplete. Intended for DeMoss out there. And it's fourth down. And a punting situation here.
Yeah, handling that time, Brian had DeMoss out there just a little bit too high on the pass, and sets up a punting situation here for the Wolverines.
DJ Hostin is your punter for Laverne. They're going to be punting from Well, the ball is at the 27. So Smyrna should get decent field position. This punt high, not very long. It hits at the 50, bounces at the 45, and then will be downed right there by Hall. You got a De'Arian Hall and a Denham Hall, by the way, and that was De'Arian who downed that. So now the first look at the Bulldogs. This is, like we mentioned, the second oldest rivalry. Laverne has been outscored by Smyrna 52-0 the last 2 years. And in fact, this rivalry goes back to 1988. And can anybody here tell me the year that Laverne won?
I know it was early on at some point. I don't remember the year.
It was in the 19s. Here's Jackson. Options to run. And gets it to the 44, so a pickup of a yard. That year was 1999, the only year that the Laverne Wolverines won this rivalry game. So Smyrna has definitely dominated. And you know, Bill, that has to work on your psyche. I mean, Laverne knows that they haven't beaten them since '99.
Well, and until Laverne breaks through, that's the way, you know, both teams kind of feel going into this game. One team feels like they're going to have the advantage of the other. The other team's always trying to catch up.
Tristan Davis, now Cap Chupp lines up here on the right side of the line to block. The pass is to the left side to Morales. He's going to try to get the edge, and he's going to be ridden down for a loss of a yard. And nice pursuit there by the Wolverines to stop that run. Banks was one of those, and Miller the other.
Well, a good start defensively for the Wolverines, setting up a 3rd and long for the Bulldogs. If you're Smyrna, you like to take advantage of this field position. Got the ball on their own 43 to start this drive. Got a 3rd and 9 here.
Just underway here, and give you a score update on the Stewart's Creek Oakland game coming up here in just a second. But here's a run to the near side and some room. Here is Tristan Davis down the sideline, 40, 30, 20. They catch him from behind, right around the 10-yard line. Going to be down to the 10 exactly on that big run by Tristan Davis. Tristan Davis, the senior, on the counter play, comes up big before Phillips brings him down, but scampers 46 big yards.
A really good job right there of blocking, and Davis following that block and getting a big 1st and goal right here for the Bulldogs.
They're working in the John Day Legal red zone here now. And they are going to make the quarterback, Jackson, come out of the game for an equipment issue.
I don't know if it was
So here is junior Rylan German, who trots over. He is number 2 on the depth chart, and they're talking to him exactly what they want him to do. Now Jackson's immediately ready to go back in here. The official kind of talking with Matt Williams here for a second. Try to buy him a little time. It's going to be a handoff and a draw play. And right up the gut is Sturgis for the touchdown. 10-yard run. Deantwan Sturgis, touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, a really big hole. Great job by the offensive line for the Bulldogs opening that hole for Sturgis to go 10 yards for the touchdown.
Very impressive drive here by the Smyrna Bulldogs, and that is a Toots touchdown. Toots, good food and fun. Don't forget, Tuesday is Burger Day at Toots. You can enjoy half-pound burger, bacon cheeseburger, and fries, just $6.99. 40 years of tradition at Toots, good food and fun. And for extra point, Aldana, the freshman, kicks it through the uprights, and it is good. Your new score, 7:04 to play, first quarter. Smyrna 7, Laverne nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know. with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Rod Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, football.
Thank you, Alex Williams. Also, Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, and Franklin's Printworks bringing you tonight's game. Onside kick. Does it go the distance? That's the question. And it is Laverne basketball. Laverne football right at the midfield stripe. It kind of looked like a basketball bouncing out there. I don't think it went far enough, do you?
I think it was just short. It was very close.
So it will be first down for the Wolverines.
That's a big break right here for Laverne, getting the ball almost at midfield.
I think that is Smyrna rolling the dice a little bit, but also saying we think our defense can hold things here. So they're going to get this opportunity to try. With a big bruising back this time. I think that was Thompson. He does fumble the football, but he pulls it back in apparently right there at the last second. So Thompson with a run of a yard. Several games underway, and we've got this one underway, and we've got the scoreboard updated, I believe. Yes. Oakland 7, Stewart's Creek nothing. First score in. Actually, it's the Patriots up 14-0 after a block punt. 9 minutes to go, and they're already up by 2 TDs. And coming from right to left, getting the ball is Thompson, but not much. Going to get about 2.5, 3 yards there.
3.
Hartley with the second tackle in a row for Smyrna. And that will bring up a third down here. Going to have Thompson in a slot, offset eye. Back to pass is Hanlon, and is just going to throw it away as he's fallen to the turf. And now flag. Flag was thrown right back there after the play, and this was several seconds after the play. So I'm wondering if this flag may be some type of unsportsmanlike penalty or something of that nature. As it was thrown in the area of where the quarterback Hanlon went down, they're going to say no.
No flag.
No flag. They wave it off. So fourth down here now. And that brings on the punt team. I guess maybe they threw that flag thinking that it could have been maybe roughing the passer, but, or maybe, I guess, well, there was really nobody over there that he was throwing to either.
I think they talked about it and realized it probably wasn't a roughing the passer hit.
Yeah. And looks like we've got a timeout here, so we'll step aside as well. 5:43 to play. First quarter, Smyrna up 7-0. State Farm, Prep Sports.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there.
It's a little wildcat action. He's going to try to run it here to the near side. He's going to be wrapped up pretty quickly at the 45 for a 2-yard gain and a big stop as Laverne decided to go for it on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs with Smyrna, the football, at their own 45-yard line. Probably the reason for that timeout.
Gamble right there for the Wolverines, and the Bulldogs are ready for that. DeMoss did all he could do, but he fell a couple yards short of the first down.
Sanders made the tackle, brought him down, so it's 1st and 10 now for the purple and gold. Jackson hands it off to Sturgis. Once again, another big run for Sturgis to the 45 of Laverne, and another 10-yard first down run for him. First Bank first down for Sturgis, who's had the huge run of 46 yards just moments ago. First Bank first down, invested in Rutherford County, invested in every drive down the field. That's First Bank. Mills on the tackle for Laverne. 2 wide up top, 2 at the bottom. Back to passes Jackson. Comes near side, and I'm telling you what, Sturgis is lit up. And he did hold on to the ball, but Isaiah Thompson, number 32, clobbered him.
Boy, what a hit right there for the Wolverines.
Gonna lose a yard.
Sturgis did a good job of holding on to that football.
Sack it down now. Two up top, one near side. That one is Corey Weathers. And it's going to be a keeper by Jackson. 40, 35, 30, and going to be down right there at the 30-yard line. About a 16-yarder, I think, isn't it?
16 yards. Really good read right there for Jackson. Picking up that first down and keeps those chains moving.
Phillips on the tackle. And Smyrna with another First Bank first down, rolls it out here. Morales joins Weathers here at the bottom. Lone receivers on either side of the hashes. Jackson, the give. It's Sturgis. He's going to be hit crossing the 25 to the 23-yard line. Well, 23 and a half. Miller and Mills teaming up on that stop for Laverne. Sack it down. Smyrna has been able to run the football pretty effectively here in this first half, or first quarter so far, up 7-0. Back to pass after the fake to Sturgis. Nice zip pass to the far side, completed to Yanni Morales, number 4. Morales, 16 catches, 177 yards coming into this game, and picks up 7 on that one to make it a First Bank first down. Phillips on the tackle, but once again, Smyrna for the second time in the John Day Legal Red Zone. For serious injuries and wrongful death, clients trust the award-winning team at the law offices of John Day. There's some movement here, and a flag thrown, and this is going to go against Laverne. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Well, if you're Laverne, you can't do that. You can't give them a free 5. This is a big stop right here for Laverne's defense, trying to keep them out of the end zone, hold them to a field goal.
Certainly don't want them to get in there again so quickly. 1st and 5 now. Right side, the pass a bit high, and the ball loose now, and it's going to be picked up by Laverne and out of bounds on the far sideline. Kind of got wrapped up in traffic was Elijah Phillips. And that was a marker that was thrown, not a flag, I think, just to mark him out of bounds.
That was a good play right there for Laverne's defense. Got the fumble recovery, got a couple extra yards on it, and kept him out of the end zone.
Elijah Phillips, the senior safety, with the big turnover. And that comes with 2:37 here in the first quarter. First turnover of the game, and turnovers can be equalizers here. So if you're Laverne, you need to take advantage. But, Bill, they've got a long way to go from the 11.
They really do. They need to try to get it out of their own end zone, even if they don't score here. Try to get themselves a little, maybe to flip the field. But we've had a little bit of everything, Brian. We've had an onside kick. We've had a go for it on fourth down, a turnover.
Here's Thompson on the sweep. He is going to be dropped for a loss of a couple. Martin on the takedown, a loss of 2.
One thing is pretty obvious so far, Brian. Smyrna has won the line of scrimmage really on both sides of the ball. And Laverne's going to have to do a little bit of better job of controlling that if they want to try to move the ball down the field.
I will say Laverne's got some pretty good beef on that offensive line.
They do. They really do.
Their center, Keelan Booth, is a junior. He's over the football now. Got DeMoss at one of the wings. The other wing is Thompson. Little misdirection play coming near side. There are flags everywhere. And on the scrum, stood up. I believe that was DeMoss on the run. But penalty markers fly. I have no idea. They're still discussing. Martin and Sanders on the play. It's going to be an illegal shift. Right? Yeah. Legal motion, legal shift on Laverne.
They decline the penalty.
So Smyrna declines the penalty, so no redo of the second down. And it's 3rd and 11 now. Hanlon, give to Thompson, and to the 11-yard line, so a +1. Now flags fly everywhere well after the play is over. And this is most certainly one of those rivalry penalties, if you will.
Got to be under control in these rivalry games because they're looking for that kind of stuff. They know this is a rivalry game, and they're not going to let any of that stuff get started early on.
Sanders on the tackle. As many flags as were thrown, it may be offsetting. We'll see. Personal foul, Smyrna. Nope, just Smyrna.
Wow.
No second foul, so that's going to keep this drive alive. 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Laverne Wolverines.
Well, Coach Williams is not going to be happy with that after his defense gets a stop inside their own 10-yard line. Laverne gets a first down off that penalty right there.
Morton throws a touchdown as the Patriots go up 21-0 against the Stewart's Creek Redhawks. Well, one thing Oakland is doing is they're scoring early and often.
And that's the sign of a veteran team, Brian, and the team that wants to go a long way. They don't mess around when they step off the bus.
Definitely the case. We'll see them next Thursday night. It's a 2-game week for us. Next Thursday, we'll have the Battle of the Borough. Got the trophy all updated, shined up, ready to go. See who wins the Battle of the Borough trophy here in 2025. Then Friday night, MTCS hosts PCA for a region title. And here's DeMoss. He's going to run it himself, and now a flag. He just decides to tuck it and run out of bounds around the 32, 33-yard line. But this is going to be against Laverne, I'm almost certain, and come back. He decided he was going to throw and then not, and then decided to run, and then maybe I could throw. I don't know if he was. It's going to be holding.
He was trying to make a play right there, Brian, but as a lineman, you don't know if he's going to pass or run. You can only do it for so long, and then he actually runs, and you're in passing. So, you know, it just kind of happens. He was trying to make a play. And Laverne trying to mix things up, put Moss back there at quarterback. And, you know, they've come out with a lot of different formations right here in the first quarter.
Looks like we have a timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be right back. It's 7-0 Smyrna on State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
And Big G TV, brought to you in part by First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, America's Thrift Store, and the law offices of John Day. And our Big G TV coverage brought to you by SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known. You call, we haul. Listen to each pregame and postgame show for the SRM Concrete solid performer. Timeout by Laverne with a 1st and 20 upcoming. Guess Coach Johnson had to look for that 1st and 20 play.
They've gone to a spread formation right here.
And I believe that one was Thompson on the run, 32. Gets just a couple. So to the 17-yard line. I don't know if they're going to get one more play in here or not. Ball between the 17 and 18 here on the near hash. Into the first quarter, no score between Riverdale and Rockvale. New update on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. There's 24. Jacoby Miller as one of the wideouts. He's one of the two here on the near side. And they are still using DeMoss here. They're going to let the clock run out on this first quarter. Go to the second quarter. 7-0 Smyrna Bulldogs on top on State Farm Prep Sports.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Thrift store we just heard, they're now open. MLK Junior Boulevard, thrifting. Name brand jeans up to 70% off. Just the thrill of the find. America's Thrift Store. Don't forget they're your Halloween hub as well over at America's Thrift. Got all kinds of costume ideas and great holiday decor for the fall season at America's Thrift. Burn, we swap ends of the field, moving left to right on 2nd and 19 to start the quarter. And it's a delay handoff. Actually, it's DeMoss keeping it, pulled it back in, and gets 2 yards to the 19.5-yard line. Staples with the stop for Smyrna, and gives Sanders also a tackle on that. Bill, they're just not able to get more than a yard or two.
No, the Smyrna defense is really owning the night right now, and they're trying to do different formations. They have tried a lot of different things. They've spread them out. They've got 3 receivers on the top right here and one on this side.
Awesome.
They've tried a lot of different things, just haven't been able to move it.
Well, he's back to pass, and now in a world of trouble and brought down. And DeMoss is brought down for a huge loss back to the 14-yard line. And it's 4th down and Blackman for Laverne. Yarborough with the sack for the Smyrna Bulldogs. Got the scoreboard updated with what we know. I can tell you that Concord Christian leads Providence Christian at halftime, 21-17. Now, for PCA and MTCS to play for a region championship, PCA's got to win this game tonight. Decent punt's going to hit at the 40 and take a Laverne bounce to the Laverne 47-yard line. So still very good field position coming up here for the Smyrna Bulldogs. 28-0 Oakland, and that game is at halftime. Can you believe that?
Wow, already at halftime.
28-0 Oakland at the half, the first halftime score that we've got for you. That seems humanly impossible to play that in 30 minutes.
Especially, I mean, it must have been run after run.
I guess so. But Bob Bugg sent that to me, and he's at that game. Here's a run to the near side. And the Bulldogs with Sturgis into Laverne territory to the 48-yard line. That's about a 6-yard gain there. Thompson on the takedown. Oh, first quarter, sorry.
I was about to say.
That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it?
That makes sense.
Here's Sturgis running right side and tackled about the 44-yard line. Ruiz making that tackle for Laverne. Need to fix that on our scoreboard here real quick. People are looking at that and probably thinking the same thing we thought, Bill.
An extremely quick half.
Yes. Brings up, looks like a third down and just 2 yards to go here. Jackson barking out signals, backs up in the pistol. Gives to Sturgis, and Sturgis is clobbered by Frederick Mills, the senior linebacker.
What a stand right there for Laverne's defense. Needed a big play, and they got it. Looks like Smyrna's offense is going to stay on here, Brian.
Going to try to go for it here on 4th and 4.
Kind of in no man's land. Probably smart player here trying to go for it.
4th down at the 47 of Laverne. 2 wide either side. Now Tristan Davis in motion. They're going to put 3 up top. And Laverne.
I think Laverne went in the neutral zone.
Did the same.
Yeah, it looked like Smyrna might not have even snapped the ball. They were trying to just see if they could draw them off, and sure enough, they got a defensive end to bite on it. And that's another first down for the Bulldogs.
So first bank, first down for Smyrna. Back to pass, coming near side, completed to Corey Weathers. Weathers going to be down inside the 30-yard line. Weathers 13 catches, 238 yards, 3 touchdowns, and adds 14 big yards here to give them another first bank, first down. Building stronger communities every day, Bill.
A really good pass right there by Jackson to Weathers.
Smyrna out quickly. Sturgis waiting on some blocks and is going to be upended at the 20-yard line and going to be here in the John Day Legal red zone for the 3rd time tonight now. Welch making the tackle. That goes for 8. In the rivalry game, Smyrna-Laverne, I'm sorry, this is the Smyrna-Laverne game. In another rivalry game, Riverdale-Rockvale. Rockvale strikes first, a 64-yard interception return for a touchdown. They go up 7-0 on the Riverdale Warriors. 2nd down, 2 yards to go after that 8-yard gain for the Bulldogs. Weathers lines up near side, up top, the wide side. Got 2 over there. Jackson, long pass, incomplete, intended for Tristan Davis. Threw it behind him. And a 2nd down upcoming. 7:10 left here in the first half. 7-0 Smyrna, but they're driving. Last time down here, Bill, they fumbled the ball and gave it right back to the Wolverines.
You know, Matt Williams is wanting to put this one in the end zone.
Delay handoff, and Sturgis runs left side, angling toward the sideline, and is going to be down to around 12. So another about 8-yard run there, 7-8 yards, and that's going to be another first down, first and goal here for Smyrna. Mitchell on the tackle. No score, 7 minutes left in the half in the Eagle matchup tonight. Running to the right is Sturgis. Zig and a zag to the 5. Boy, Sturgis is just a workhorse here.
He is. He's got a little bit of elusiveness and acceleration when he hits that hole.
Mills on the tackle for Laverne. Second down and about 2. Ball at the 5, so they can get a first down here before, if they need to use that. So from the 5, Sturgis up the middle. Nice couple of blocks. And he is in the end zone. No, he is stopped short. Between the goal line and the 1. I sure did too. But they do get a first down, and it's first and goal from the 1 for the Bulldogs. And what's been an impressive drive, a 4th down conversion during this drive for Smyrna. And trying to punch it in. And they are going to go with the power I. They've got 4 in the backfield. And Sturgis just waltzes in there untouched for the touchdown. Bulldogs. Well, it was only fitting for him to get that. He was the workhorse on this entire drive, Bill.
Well, he really was. He's the reason they got it down there, and thought he scored on the last play, and they rewarded him getting him that touchdown right there.
Toots touchdown for the Smyrna Bulldogs, and they take a 2-touchdown lead here with the extra point upcoming. Don't forget, after the game, Toots is the place to celebrate. That's right. Shrimp or a fish basket tonight for just $6.99 at all 4 Toots locations. We do have an injured player for Laverne down. Gives me a chance here to update the scores. So second quarter, Zion Christian and Eagle scoreless in that game. The text I got was ugly, 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 sloppy. If that tells you anything about the play in that game.
I got to adjust to the cold weather.
I guess. Must be the case. Looks like we're ready for the extra point here by Daniel Aldana. Laverne running in a player here at the last second. Get enough players on the field. 5:29 left to play in this first half. And there's the lovely whistle that we're awaiting for the kick. Snap, set, good. Kick away through the uprights. And it's 14-0. Smyrna leads Laverne on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Rod Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
High school, and you're listening to Pro Football.
Welcome back, and the ball angles to the sideline, and it was caught.
very close.
And it was DJ Hostin. No, I'm sorry. Thomas Dixon Jr., the freshman. It went out of bounds. He caught the ball.
I think he had 1 foot in, 1 foot out, Brian. That's going to be an interesting call right here.
Yes, it is. That's just kind of what I was thinking. So the ball was probably going to bounce out of bounds. Illegal procedure. So they're going to put the ball at the 35. So I guess he did have 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
Lucky break there. That luckily he had 1 foot out for Laverne. If you were smart enough, you're thinking maybe we got him on the 10. But 1st and 10 on the 35 for the Wolverines.
See what they do here. Quarterback is DeMoss under center. Now he's going to keep it. No, faked me off. Trotter running to the 48. Nice run there for him. He goes 13 yards. I was watching DeMoss running on the far side, and I thought nobody's going to catch him.
I had 2 going there. That was the first time they got a little bit of movement from their offensive line. Good first down right there for the Wolverines.
Morgan and Butler on the takedown. Got a really interesting score here. I'll tell you right after this play. It's not updated anywhere, so you'll want to hear it. First bank, first down for Laverne. 27, De'Arian Hall lines up as one of the 2 receivers, and now a whistle. It's going to be a delay of game. Didn't know if they got a timeout called or not.
Boy, the 5th penalty of the night for the Wolverines. Right after they got a little momentum, moves them back 5 yards.
So first down and 15 at their own 43-yard line. DeMoss is going to keep it this time. Turns it up at the hashes and tries to take it forward. Going to be stopped for no gain. End of the first quarter. So this game is going to the second quarter that I'm going to tell you about. And the score is Blackman 17. Blackman 17, Siegel 10. 17-10, and that's going to the second quarter. Hostetler with a 95-yard kickoff return. Blackman has gotten a block punt for a touchdown, along with a long touchdown pass. So thanks to Trey Andrus at Siegel for the update on that. So we got that one updated on your scoreboard. I'm feverishly working, trying to get all of that updated for you. 3:40 to play here in this one. Smyrna up 14-0. On the Laverne drive, Moss decides to keep it, and he's going to get back 2 of those 3 yards that they lost to make it 3rd and 11 now.
Well, Moss is trying to create on his own, right? But there's just Bulldogs all over the place. Whichever way he goes, there's 2 or 3 Bulldogs on him everywhere he turns.
Riverdale Rockvale tied 7 apiece now.
Big games all over the place tonight, Brian.
Indeed. And Oakland up 35-0 in the second quarter over Stewart's Creek. Here's DeMoss going to pass, and too high. Intended receiver is Denham Hall. But there was no chance at that one, and 4th down now. I am just so impressed by some of the things that I'm seeing tonight on the scoreboard. I mean, Siegel-Blackman, tight ball game. We thought Rockville and Riverdale would be. And Oakland scoring 35 points in a quarter and a half.
This shows you what kind of outstanding football we have in Rutherford County.
Wow. That's something. Here's the kick. Going to be returnable. Down the sideline is Johnny Morales. Breaks one tackle and breaks another to get out of bounds around the, well, close to the 40, about the 38, 39 is where they will spot it. Well, I would think Bill, if you are Smyrna here, you're thinking we'd love to punch another one in here before the half.
A pretty good field position. Still got all your timeouts left. Already up 14-0. I think Matt Williams would like nothing more to be than punch another one in here and get up 3 scores going into the halftime.
Let's see. 7-0, but I'm not sure who scored in that Eagleville Zion Christian game. I would assume who I'm getting the scores from that it's good guys.
I would hope so. I would hope that. I would think so.
There was a penalty marker thrown here. It must have been a block or whatnot because they're going to put it way back at the 24. So not great field position for the Bulldogs. They're not as good as they had for sure. That penalty cost him about 20 yards or so. 2:36. Here's Jackson. Fakes. Rolls out near side. Pass too far out in front of the intended receiver. Cap Cup.
Tongue twister right there, Brian.
It sure is. K-A-P is the first name. That's easy enough. K-H-U-P. I can tell you he's a sophomore.
He's on the all-names team, too.
Yes, he is. That'd be a great baseball name, too, wouldn't it? And speaking of good names, Sturgis, he just plows his way to the 35-yard line for an 11-yard gain and a first down Smyrna.
Boy, Sturgis just burst through that hole right there. Great hole right there by the Bulldog offensive line to get that first down for the Bulldogs.
Thompson making the tackle for Laverne. 2 wide here on the wide side, the bottom. Another receiver up top. Jackson with conversation with Sturgis. Snap of the football, looking right, or looking left now, taking it right, going to tuck it himself. And I think they're going to drop him for a yard loss there. A yard and a half. Under 2 minutes to go now.
That was a smart decision right there by Jackson, Brian. He didn't really have anything. He didn't force it. He took the yard or two loss right there and lived to play another down. Clock's running under 2 minutes to go.
We'll have your Ideas Tees intermission coming up at the half, so stay tuned for that. Here's Sturgis on a long run right up the middle, carrying the scrum to almost the midfield stripe. Flags fly, whistles blow. I will have to give it to the official who threw that flag. It went about 20 yards.
I mean, that was perfect form from the official.
Holding against Smyrna.
One of the best spirals we've seen all night.
Yeah.
You know, this is, you were talking about the penalty flag color. Smyrna's helmet's the same color as that penalty flag, so it's hard to see, when you're playing Smyrna.
I could see that one because it was like a rocket flying through the air.
That one was the exception.
Minute 8, Smyrna backed up on 2nd and 12 at their own 34-yard line, so it looks like they're going to try to air it out. 3 wideouts near side, and now a whistle. And Smyrna takes a timeout. We'll step aside as well. State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS and Big G TV.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports, we've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know. with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Half, Smyrna back at their own 34-yard line, up 14-0, and Jackson has some time, going deep and finds Morales. Yanni, can they catch him? Nice stop, takes off once again and is going to be tackled right around the 11-12 yard line. Yanni Morales with those yak yards. That was a very nice run, takes it 49 yards, and they're in the John Day Legal red zone here already.
Well, what a throw right there from Jackson to Morales. Morales turned on the speed right there.
Phillips and Miller caught him finally. Sturgis on the run, powers forward inside the 10. Going to carry it to about the 6-yard line, and a Smyrna timeout here to stop the clock with 23 seconds. 30-second break for us, and right back here to Smyrna on State Farm Prep Sports.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Milton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to Smyrna High School, Robert L. Rake Stadium, SRM Field for tonight's matchup. The second oldest rivalry in the county, Smyrna and Laverne. Brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm agent Dana Womack on South Church Street in Murfreesboro between Farm Credit and the Post Office. Dana Womack, myboroughagent.com, 615-900-0877. Second down, 5 yards to go from the 7-yard line. Sturgis lines up behind Jackson. He's got 2 wide to the near side. And this play blown up pretty quickly. Sturgis going to be dropped back to the 11-yard line. And 18 seconds, Thompson and Ruiz with the big tackle. And Smyrna takes another timeout. We'll step aside for just 30 seconds and be right back. See what Smyrna can do with this last 18 seconds. State Farm Prep Sports.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Football.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. After a Riverdale interception, they go 31 yards in 3 plays. Hampton to Reynolds for 7-yard touchdown, and Riverdale takes a 14-7 lead with 6:30 to go in the first half. Here it is 3rd down and 10 from the 12 for Smyrna. They're up 14-0. Sturgis lined up behind Jackson here. He's got 2 receivers bottom, 1 to the top, looking left side. Flag flies as they throw to the back corner of the end zone to Sakori Weathers, incomplete, and leaves 10 seconds on the clock. And we will see what this flag is all about. Jeff Shipley thought it was holding. He can do preliminary calls.
He can. He can.
He's just that talented.
This will be interesting. If it is holding, will Laverne just decline it?
That would make it 4th down. Now, Aldana is 5 of 9 on field goals this year, and 35 is his longest.
Or do you back him up and give him another play at it?
Looks like they're going to back him up and give him another play at it, as they are going to take the penalty. I don't know what that was. I saw the hold, and then Whitehead had a few other gestures after that. But
I think there were multiple holds.
Okay.
What it was.
Well, it's at the 22 now is where the football is. So 3rd and 20 from the 22 for Smyrna. Jackson looks, goes down the middle of the field and batted away. It was intended for Jordan Edwards, I believe it was, number 42. Mills knocked it away. Well, that does give them another shot here as the clock stops with 4 seconds, and looks like they're going to bring Aldana out. So, this is 4th down with the ball. What is that? The 39 or 29, so 39-yard field goal attempt. Still trying to run some extra players in.
Multiple players.
Yeah. All right. 39-yard field goal attempt for Daniel Aldana. The kick is up. Does it have the distance? It does not. And it is short as time expires here on the first half. Well, that makes your score here at halftime. The Smyrna Bulldogs 14, Laverne nothing. 14-0 here at halftime, and that takes us to our intermission. When we come back, we will have your Ideas Tees intermission. Going to find out what's going on at the other Rutherford County games and get you updated on the stats and everything from this one. So we invite you to stay with us as you listen on WGNS or watch on Big G TV coverage of State Farm Prep Sports.
The frustration many are feeling is real and justified. Kenneth Barrett said that after the county commission denied raises for deputies this year, and as sheriff, fair pay will be a top priority.
We need to figure out how we can get ours comparable to other agencies and start communication with the county commission to try to get less steps at a higher percentage.
With nearly 30 years at the sheriff's office, Barrett brings servant leadership, accountability, transparency, and fairness. Learn more at KennethBarrettForSheriff.com.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, J.M. Stewart Treasurer.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Time now for the IDST's intermission. With a break in the action, we'll bring you stats, scores, and highlights from tonight's game. Brought to you by IDST's, your home for school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, specialty items, and more. Visit 111 East MTCS Road, right across from the school, and check out Raider Tees 2 for officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider gear. IDST's can put your logo on just about anything. Now time to break down the action so far with the Prime Time Sports Team.
Glad you're back with us here from Smyrna, Tennessee, to hear the Smyrna band do their thing here. Halftime between the Bulldogs and the Wolverines. And our halftime score is 14-0. Just got a brand new score in, and Riverdale has gone up by 2 scores, 21-7 with 3:12 to play. Hampton to Tritch, the freshman, on a 51-yard pass. So they lead the Rockville Rockets 21-7. That score came in as I was speaking about our game here. So after Rockville took a 7-0 lead, it's been 3 unanswered by the Riverdale Warriors. Lots of really interesting games going on tonight. The last score I had out of the Blackman-Siegel game was 17-10. So Oakland game has finally gone to halftime. They're up 42-0 tonight in that one. So I'm going to run down all of the scores and all of that for you here in just a second. But first, it's your Craig's Tax Service first half recap. And first of all, scoring both touchdowns for Smyrna came with the running of Sturgis tonight. The first one at the 7:04 mark of the first quarter. A 10-yard run put them up 7-0. And then here's the long run of 1 yard. It came at 5:29 to play in the first half to put them up by 2 scores. They are going to go with the power I. They've got 4 in the backfield. And Sturgis just waltzes in there untouched for the touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, it was only fitting for him to get that. He was the workhorse on this entire drive, Bill.
Well, he really was. He's the reason they got it down there, and thought he scored on the last play, and they rewarded him getting that touchdown right there.
And that extra point made it 14-0, and that's where we are. Smyrna had drive kind of stall out right before the end of the half, and that's where we are here at halftime. 14-0 is your halftime score, and that's your Craig's Tax Service first half recap. Brett, Brandon, the Craigs, all the Craigs out there at Craig's Tax Service are ready to help you. Know tax season, you're not thinking about that right now, but probably should be. It'll be here before you know it. End of the year, you need to actually make more donations to get that extra tax break, all those things that I wouldn't know, but they're experts at it at Craig's Tax Service, and they wish everybody a good second half in tonight's games all around Rutherford County. Huge supporters of Rutherford County high school sports, our friends at Craig's Tax Service. Well, let's bring in the 2 stat guys here to look at your halftime stats. Bill Hockenberry, you've got the offensive stats, and it's been a rather, I don't know, a very disjointed first half, really, for both teams on those things.
Yeah, it really was, Brian. You know, we saw a lot of different things early on. We saw an onside kick. We saw 0-4 on 4th down. We saw turnovers inside the red zone. We saw a lot here in the first half, but at the half, the Smyrna Bulldogs lead the Laverne Wolverines 14-0. Offensively for Smyrna in the first half, they had 139 yards on the ground, 70 through the air for a total of 209 yards in the first half. They also had 7 first bank first downs. Individually for Smyrna in the first half, A.J. Jackson had 3 carries for 16 yards. DeAntoine Sturgis had 14 carries for 77 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was a real workhorse in the first half for the Bulldogs. Tristan Davis also had a carry for 46 yards. Passing, A.J. Jackson very efficient in the first half. He was 6 of 8 for 70 yards. receiving for the Bulldogs. Yanni Morales, 3 catches, 57 yards. Sakori Weathers, 1 catch, 14 yards. And DeAntoine Sturgis also had a catch for a yard for the Bulldogs. For the Laverne Wolverines in the first half, they had 38 yards on the ground. They didn't have a yard in the air, so they had 38 yards in the first half. They had 3 first bank first downs. They also had 5 penalties for 35 yards in the first half, which were big penalties for them. Individually for the Laverne Wolverines in the first half, Isaiah Thompson had 7 carries for 20 yards. Drayton DeMoss had 6 carries for 5 yards. Michael Trotter had a carry for 13 yards. And that's it for the Wolverines in the first half.
All right, Bill, appreciate that. Our Ideas Tees intermission continues. When we come back, we'll get defensive stats here in this first half between the Bulldogs and the Wolverines. And we've got a TOA highlight. We're going to talk a little volleyball here at halftime as well, and run down that Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard for you. Eagleville just goes to halftime now with a 7-0 lead over Zion Christian. That's one of the updates we have for you, and we'll pass along more as we continue the Ideas Tees intermission on WGNS and Big G TV.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Rod Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
We're back here, Ideas Tees intermission, and I'm going to highlight from Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance the Lady Eagle volleyball team, and something very interesting about this, and Rod Edwards joins me. Rod, in this contest, Campbell Leathers was the MVP. had 23 kills, 7 digs. Presley Campbell, 29 assists. Just a great outing by them. And here's the really interesting part about it. Kara Leathers and Gretchen Thompson, who are assistant coaches, were on that 99 team. They got to the championship game, and now you got Kara's daughter, who was named the MVP, and they win it all. That's pretty cool.
I tell you what, the jeans pool sure played through, didn't it?
I guess so. I guess so.
But we've heard the Leather name forever in Eagleville volleyball.
Well, and Bill, you and I remember Bobby Leathers. Of course, he played at Riverdale.
Riverdale. Great genes, great family, and really proud of them. It's something, Rod, that we hadn't won a state championship in volleyball in all these years, and then all of a sudden, two
in a row. Wow, one day on Thursday and then Friday of this year.
County team. That would make Eagleville the first Rutherford County team, not private school, to win it all. And we've had some great volleyball teams from this county too.
We have. We've had some. I think Blackman's had 2 seconds. Siegel's been there second and thirds many times. I mean, they're constantly there, but it's always been the Williamson County teams, which in the as far as the AAA, and it was Summit and Brentwood today. I think Summit won.
I was trying to.
I'm not for sure.
It was Summit captures their first title. They beat Brentwood, which
has 17 titles.
I think would be so.
I know one year when the first year Blackman went and got to the final was the year that Brentwood had used an illegal player and they were disqualified, and that's allowed them. You'd normally have to face them to get there.
Yeah.
And so they allowed Blackman to go and get second place then in the tournament.
That was not that long ago. It was around 2020, 21, somewhere in there, wasn't it?
No.
That was it further back?
That was, well, no, it was about 2002, 3.
Okay. It was that far back.
That's back when I first went to Blackman Middle.
Well, I know Adam Renshaw, when he first came here, his daughter, they got to the state tournament again. His daughter, a really good player. He was down in Cleveland before coming up here in that area. Well, we'll salute the Eagleville Eagles on winning their state championship today. And I can't count up the number of state championships Eagleville has won now, but for the first 100 years or so of the school, they hadn't won one. And then a few years back when softball won their first state title, baseball followed with their first one, and now baseball's won 3 in a row and softball 2 out of the last 3.
That's right. They've become the school of champions.
I guess so.
And the thing also, you boys sports, the girls have started off great during the fall. We've got Central Magnet was, second? And then in golf. And then we have 2 state championships in volleyball. And we'll wait to see what happens in soccer. Stewart's Creek is going to be hosting Saturday. I think Siegel has to go on the road, play Ray County, and then Central Magnet's going to Signal Mountain, and I think Stewart's Creek's holding facing Walker Valley at their place, and the winners on Saturday go to the state for soccer.
Well, we'll see what happens, and of course we're talking football playoffs here after another week, this week and next week, so definitely getting into the postseason in our fall sports. What do you have defensively here in this first half in the football game here between Smyrna and Laverne? Right now, Smyrna up 14-0.
Well, as far as Laverne goes, they haven't done a great job, but they have a few guys that are really playing good defense. And that goes to Isaiah Thompson has 5 tackles in the game. Kevin Ruiz has 3. And Elijah Phillips has 4. And has a fumble recovery, which prevented a touchdown. Kept the game close for a while. And Jacoby Miller has 3 tackles. Now for Smyrna, leading with tackles is Dalen Sanders, the linebacker. He has 6 tackles. And then Jerry Martin, their star defensive lineman, has 3. Anthony Staples has 3 from the defensive line. Jordan Bartley linebacker has 3, so they're kind of spreading it out a little bit. And then we have a tackle for loss by Noel Jagger. He has 2 tackles, but 1 was for a loss. And Denzel Yarborough has a sack.
All right, very good. Your halftime stats from our friends at Fans Heating and Air. Also, winners' trophies and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. When we come back, a full rundown of the scores we have on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard, and we should be ready for your second half. It's Smyrna up 14-0 over Laverne. Second half coming up straight ahead. That's been your Ideas Tees intermission on WGNS and Big G TV.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Thank you very much. Our game tonight, Mr. Andy Womack, also being brought to you by Sir Pizza, J. Mullins Jewelry, Winners Trophies, Donut Country, along with Parks Auction, Toots Good Food and Fun, Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, Dr. Automotive, and Wilson Bank and Trust. Time to get an update on your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Here we go. Halftime, Eagleville up 7-0 over Zion Christian. Also at the half, it's Oakland 42, Stewart's Creek nothing. Halftime, Riverdale 21, Rockville 7. And last score we had just a few minutes before halftime, maybe even there now. Blackman up 24-17 over the Siegel Stars. Our score here, 14-0, Smyrna on top. Concord Christian, start of the fourth quarter, leading Providence Christian 28-24. And I think if I'm right, if Providence Christian loses this game, that will drop them to at least second. I don't think they would be able to play for a championship. Now, if there's a three-way tie with MTCS, PCA, and Concord with one loss in region play, because MTCS beat Concord, I think that opens up a whole can of weirdness, Bill, with a three-way tie at the top and a small region to boot.
And he goes into those tiebreakers, and you just go down through there, and who knows how that turns out.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. I've had this question with more than one person this week, and you can both chime in. Every region can set what their tiebreakers are. Am I correct on that?
And for football, there is direct. They have to go. The TOSAA sets those rules.
Okay.
So there are definite tiebreakers that they have
Just
to go
football.
just for football.
Okay.
Every sport is different. Everybody sets their own. The Coach Association has their own things. But in high school football, it's the TOSAA is in control of how that goes down.
That's much better than I thought. Shouldn't that be that way for all sports, though?
You would think that, but some sports do things a little differently. So, like, for instance, in basketball, TOSAA will tell you, we don't care how you give us our 4 region teams, just give us 4 teams. So then that's where it comes down to, all right, you go into these coaches' meetings, and then there's bylaws and all that kind of stuff. TOSAA, with the football, there's specific set rules on how the tie-breaking procedures go.
Well, as a coach, that would drive me crazy. There's nothing worse, Rod, than flipping a coin for a spot.
Isn't that the truth? I argued that case a long time ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you ever have to flip a coin?
There was a three-way tie. I said, hey, let's take the three of us, take our record, how many points you scored, how much you allowed. At least that's it's done on the field. It's not done with the flip.
Did you win the coin flip?
No, they didn't agree with me.
You got to think about it like this, Brian. TWSAA takes over the tournaments once you hit region play.
Gotcha.
That's why it's different for football.
And this is always region.
It's always region, so that's why.
There you go. It's going to be the Wolverines kicking off here as we start our second half action. And this is Christian Chilapilla. No. How did you say it before?
Chilpilli.
Chilpilli. Must be Italian. I'm Leanna. I can't talk Italian. It's going to be taken by Smyrna. And Sturgis from the 25 to the 30 to the 35. And a little low gravity run to about the 39.
Well, he just doesn't stop running. He's been impressive tonight. He really has been for the Bulldogs.
It's like he was crawling on his hands and knees there.
Brian, second half, you feel like this game is a lot farther away than 14-0. If you're Laverne, you just got to tell your guys, we really wanted to have a chance in this fourth quarter. You're 2 plays away from having a chance to win this game. They're right kind of where they want to be, even though they don't have a lot of stats. If you're Matt Williams, you got to really preach no turnovers and finish drives here, starting here in the third quarter.
Going with a different back here, Travell Gordon. And going to stumble across to the 46-yard line there. So a nice about 7-yard gain there, looks like. Gorillo on the tackle.
Gordon's a little bigger back, a little change of pace.
2 wide bottom, 1 up to the top here, and Gordon plowing right up the middle. Going to get it to between the 48 and 49. I think he's going to be just a little bit short. And Welch making the tackle there. So a third down now and just a touch over a yard. 2 up top. The one at the bottom here is Yanni Morales, wideouts. And A.J. Jackson, the junior quarterback, with the hard count, now steps up to the line of scrimmage. Back in the pistol with Gordon behind him. Gordon straight up the middle. First down and more to the 45-yard line of Laverne. And that goes for 7 yards. Well, I can tell you if the first few plays of the second half show us anything, it's we're going to challenge you right up the middle and stop me if you can.
I think Smyrna's getting back to basics. That's their strength of their team, their line, and they're not playing around.
Green making the tackle for Laverne. Another Gordon run. And he's going to be across the 40 to the 37-yard line, and another 7-yard run. Well, 7 yards at a clip, you're going to get there pretty quick.
I think Matt Williams will take that every time.
Gorillo on another takedown for Laverne. I want to remind you after we're done here tonight, we'll wrap everything up and give it over to Court Steer for some post-game scores and such. Runs off tackle right side to the 36, and there is a flag.
There's another good throw right there by the official on the flag.
Yeah, it was. It's going to be a hold against Smyrna as this play comes back. Well, that's one thing that will make 7 yards and a cloud of dust a little harder when you get behind the chain.
I don't really think he had to hold on that play. He just kind of, out of frustration, kind of held him and got him back here. Now, I think Laverne jumps off sides.
Sure did. And that was linebacker shooting in there. So we're just moving back and forth here. So the 5 yards plus make it 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 13 now. Wide side is the near side. They're moving right to left. Jackson going to the air, puts it up high, and only a man can pull it down. down to Corey Weathers. 30, 20, and out of bounds right at the 20. Well, that was a case, Bill, of run, and then a 24-yard pass.
That was a great job by Weathers, catching the football and then accelerating and getting inside the red zone for the Bulldogs.
Welch making a big tackle there for Laverne. They are in the John Day legal red zone and go with Gordon. Powers his way to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. What a run by Travell Gordon, the junior, his third touchdown of the season. And an impressive opening drive of the second half.
Well, Smyrna really just established that line right there, stayed with it, other than the one penalty, just ran it down their throats and got into the end zone for that third score touchdown.
And Gordon was a workhorse on that drive. And now flags as Smyrna is going for 2 here after the ball got away. But the penalty flag is going to be procedure against Smyrna.
They tried to hurry. I think they weren't lined up properly.
So now, is there a different decision here? We've got Daniel Aldana getting ready, lining it up here after the Toots touchdown. Don't forget, weekend ribs done right at Toots. Full slab of barbecue ribs and a side, just $14.99 all day tomorrow and Sunday at Toots. Good food and fun. The point after is up and good. And with 8:52 to play in the third quarter, it's 21-0. Smyrna on top of Laverne State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Rod Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Football.
And here's your kickoff to Laverne. Inside the 10, it is going to be bobbled by Dixon. Does pick it up and going to be smothered shy of the 20-yard line. And it is going to be some tough sledding here for the Wolverines. Down 21-0 now in this one.
Boy, the Wolverines need something positive on offense this drive, Brian. Already down 3 scores.
Third quarter here. A lot of other games are at halftime. From all the updates that we're able to bring you, I think Vern probably needs a fairly quick score if they can get it. Dixon going to run it left side, and flags from both directions fly in. It's Drayden DeMoss.
Number 51, Martin.
And we will see what the penalty markers are all about. Holding.
Against Laverne.
So Laverne going to be backed up here after that penalty. Martin on the tackle. Drayden DeMoss is a senior.
Already the 7th penalty for 50 yards tonight for the Wolverines.
That will make it 1st and 20. Scoreboard says 19, so we'll go with that. So he got a yard gain and then a 10-yard penalty. And Thompson runs it left side. Martin brings him down after getting right back to the line of scrimmage. Had a hard time seeing whether that was Thompson or Trotter.
They look similar.
They do, and from this angle, this is about as far away because they're on the far side on the left hash, moving left to right. So 2nd and 17. And here's a nice run by DeMoss to the 15. Gets it to about the 16, 17-yard line. Ball must have come loose late, but it's going to be Laverne Ball with a 3rd down and 10. See where that penalty killed you?
It just kills you right there.
That would have been a 1st down, wouldn't it? German on the takedown for Smyrna. 7:19, or 7:10 rather, to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's a 3-touchdown lead for the Bulldogs. 2 wide far side. Slot back is Thompson. He's going to get the ball and run it left side, turn it upfield for a short gain. They're going to give him forward progress to about the 24, though, looks like.
Got about 6 on that play.
So it brings up a 4th down, and Laverne going to be forced to punt it away. Sanders, Morgan for the Bulldogs teaming up. Sanders 31 tackles coming into this game. Morgan 41 with an interception and a fumble recovery. Smyrna going to get really good field position here as Morales is back at the 42. Nice move, takes it to the right and lost the football. I think Laverne may have it. Looks like they have recovered the football. 2nd turnover of the night by the Bulldogs, and that gives the Wolverines new life here.
Boy, just when it was looking bleak for the Wolverines, special teams comes up with a big turnover, gets them on the plus side of the field, sets it up at the 42-yard line for the Wolverines.
Morales with some fancy footwork, Bill, but when he got that ball kind of away from his body, that's when it came loose, stripped away.
Tried to make a play there, and Wolverines stripped it out.
2 wide here to the near side. The give is going to be to Thompson. Looking for a hole to turn it up. Nothing to do there, but be dropped at the 45 and flags in there. Martin was the one who was there. Gosh, I've called his name a ton tonight. He's the leading tackler on the team with 49. He's got 6 sacks coming into this game and 2 blocked field goals. Is he your defensive MVP? I'd say so. Another hold against Laverne. It's going to be declined, though.
Result of the play is a 3-yard loss. 2nd down.
So it's 2nd down. So instead of taking the penalty, they just decide to decline that. And DeMoss pulls it back, going to go into the air, and the pass is broken up to De'Arian Hall, but there is a flag there. I'm not sure what they're going to call. I would think maybe it's a possibility of some interference. Hall got kind of down there in front of the defenders. There were 2 defending on that play.
DeMoss gave him a chance, even though there were 2 defenders. Good ball thrown.
Kind of hung up in the air a little bit.
It did.
Unfortunately, someone snuck downfield that shouldn't have been. And there was pass interference as well, so 2 penalties on that. And they offset. So a Laverne penalty and the Smyrna penalty result in offsetting situation. There's a lot of discussion here. Now they're on the far side.
I think the Laverne coaches are asking for an explanation.
Right now it's 2nd and 13. There's not going to be one. They're going to put the ball down at the 45. Or the nose of the football at the 45.
Just a lot of confusion on what just happened.
Now Laverne trying to get everybody in the right spots. And now the White Hat is taking a look at Thompson, and I bet there's blood. What do you think?
Some blood, and you have to get him off the field when that's in that situation.
Well, that's not what Laverne wanted. There, I think that's 99, and I don't have a 99, so unfortunately can't tell you who this is in the backfield, but it's DeMoss going to keep it. Oh, brought down by guess who? Jerry Martin III. What a beast.
Got a Bulldog down as well.
I think that's
Injury timeout on the field.
I don't think that's. I think it's a 5, but I can't really tell. I know I saw Martin run out of there, and it is 5, which would be Amari Hill. I think maybe he just got rolled on there.
I think Martin was so fast coming in there to make the play, he kind of got one of his own guys.
He took out his own player and Laverne at the same time. It's almost like he knew exactly what play they were going to run there.
It was like he was in their playbook.
It's just a remarkable night for that young man tonight, Jerry Martin. 3rd down, 15 yards to go. Laverne, to get a first down, has to get it to the 32 of Smyrna. 5:18 to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's Laverne trailing 21-0. They're going to work it here from the far hash. Big Keelan Booth over the football. Snaps it back to DeMoss in the pocket. Throws a nice ball there to the far sideline, but incomplete to De'Arian Hall. Good coverage by Smyrna to bring up 4th down. There was really no way Hall could get under that one.
No. Good defense right there by Smyrna. DeMoss gave him a chance, but there was really good coverage by the Bulldogs right there, setting up a 4th down. And again, Brian, you're kind of in no man's land, down 3 scores, but you're going to have to go for this 4th down right here.
So on 4th down, they do leave Drayden DeMoss and the offense out there. Going to have 5 wide, 3 to the top, 2 to the bottom. They go to the air. And a jump ball pulled down by the Wolverines. Yes. Number 9, Jackson Duncan. Jackson Duncan, the senior wide receiver, pulls it down for a huge first down. Jackson, Jackson Duncan, and that goes for 22 yards. First down, Wolverines.
What a big conversion on 4th down, Brian.
Best drive of the night, now a flag.
Stop the play.
And another Laverne penalty, this one a procedure penalty to back him up 5.
Illegal procedure.
Feels like every time Laverne gets a positive play, they back it up with the penalty that breaks the momentum a little bit.
1 step forward, 2 back, right?
Got to get out of your own way.
So now 1st and 15 from the 30. DeMoss going to run it and runs right into A wall of defenders.
Tackle by Martin.
And Martin again. I mean, he's in every gap.
He's plugging all the gaps tonight.
I guess so. I want him on a sinking ship with me. 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. Laverne facing a 2nd down and 15. Big conversion to get him down here. Best drive of the night for Laverne. Trailing 21-0. And here's a run to the near side. It's De'Arian Hall. Can't turn the corner. Now a flag. And it was the way he was brought down that's the issue, I would think. There will be some discussion, but this could be a positive play for the Wolverines. They do point Smyrna's way as the discussion continues. And it is a horse collar.
Personal foul, horse collar.
So that is a huge penalty there. Gets Laverne in the John Day legal red zone now. Law offices of John Day providing free consultations, and they only get paid if you win. 2nd down and a yard to go. Certainly helps with the down and distance situation. DeMoss going to get that first down as he takes it right up the gut.
DeMoss on the run.
On the delay run to the 12. Picks up 4 there. And another first bank first down for the Wolverines. Well, Bill, you got to think this is a must-score drive here for Laverne now.
You have to. Yeah, and there's, under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. You've driven the ball all the way down the field. You've converted a 4th down play. You got a penalty right here that got you another first down. You got to punch this one in the end zone.
Austin is one of the 2 receivers here to the near side, but it's going to be straight run to the 10. And now a flag after the play.
No telling.
Nope. Staples made the tackle. This was in there where someone heard something. Personal foul, Smyrna.
Wow.
Personal foul against Smyrna.
And now it's personal foul, Laverne. So it is offsetting.
Well, they've set the precedent, Brian, this rivalry game. They know it's the second oldest rivalry in the county, and they know there's going to be chippiness, and anything extra is going to be flagged tonight. And they're not going to let anything happen tonight.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. 3-yard run by Rockvale. They draw within 1 touchdown. It's 21-14 Riverdale, 6:33 to play in the third in that one on your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Laverne going to roll out with an empty backfield. DeMoss looks to the right, now going to run up the middle, has some room. He's at the 5. And he's going to be pulled down there short of the first down marker, but a nice 3rd down run of 7. Or 2nd down run to make it 3rd and short. Well, they throw out the 5 wide there, Bill, and then he just tucks it and runs.
Tucks and runs and got all he could get. Try to get a little bit extra as he took some contact and sets him up in a 3rd and short right here. As the Wolverines try to punch this one in.
Jager and Morgan on the tackle. Michael Trotter is in as a split back. Going to try to open up a hole here for DeMoss, and it's going to be very close. Martin laid the wood down here, but does he get a yard? Needed a yard.
It's very, very close.
I think it's going to be 4th down.
No gain on the run.
No gain on the run. Thanks to Mr. Jerry Martin III. So 4th and a yard. Wolverine's going to try to punch it in here. Or at least get the first down. They're a yard away. Fourth down here for the Wolverines. DeMoss runs right side and runs into the Smyrna Bulldogs, but does he get forward progress? I think not. No, sir. And the Bulldogs are going to take over on downs. What a defensive stand here by Smyrna.
Huge
Jager and
stand
Butler.
for the Bulldogs right there, turning them over.
Jager, Noah Jager, and Zarian Butler closing the door down. So 1st and 10. Smyrna going to have their work cut out for them here at the 3-yard line, though. 22 seconds to play here in the third. Got to be safe down here for sure if you're Smyrna. Jackson and his back Gordon are in the end zone. Gordon just going to plow forward, breaks a tackle, 10. He's at the 20, foot race 30, foot race 40, 50, 40, 30, 20. Can he take it all the way? Yes, indeedly do. 97 yards. And there are no flags on the field. Travell Gordon. Second touchdown of the night, 4th of the season. And I dare say probably the longest of his career.
What a run by Gordon. Bounced off a couple of tacklers, and then it was just off to the house. It was just a foot race, and he won it to the end zone.
Who said it was going to be tough at the 3? Me? What do I know?
That's just what they wanted. That's what they wanted, Brian.
Oh, Toots touchdown for Smyrna in a big way. Don't forget, Wednesday is all about the famous chicken finger basket at Toots. $6.99 at lunch, $7.99 at dinner. Can't beat those deals. The extra point is up by Aldana and good. And your new score, 28-0. We're going to the fourth quarter as well on State Farm's Prep Sports.
At Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Dance, Heating and Air. I'm State Farm agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Football.
Our game tonight on WGNS and Big G TV, brought to you in part by Good Neighbor State Farm agent Emerson Williams in Smyrna, 199 Enon Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. Emerson Williams, InsureMeBig.com.
Well, Brian, that was just a devastating set of events for the Wolverines. You know, they drove it all the way down the field, got to their 3-yard line, get stopped. And on the next play, Smyrna goes 97 yards for a touchdown with Gordon. Now you're down 28-0. Got to get some momentum on offense, get a couple first downs here if you're the Wolverines.
New score on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. It's 20-0 Eagleville. 3 minutes left in the third. Here is a big update from the Blackman-Siegel game. 27-24 Blackman. Siegel, an interception by Bryson Green on Blackman's first drive of the second half. Carson with the keeper for a touchdown on 3rd and goal. And with 6:19 to play in the third, Blackman 27, Siegel 24. That has just become a war. So Blackman apparently had a field goal in the third. And that touchdown. That is a huge update right there. Thanks to Trey Andrus for that one. You just never know night after night in this league, I'm telling you.
You really don't. You never know get week to week.
I'm glad I'm not a betting man.
No, we don't need that. We don't need bet MGM on high school football games. Oh, man.
Boy, what a black eye that is. And to start the season, I wonder if the timing had to do with the season starting and all that, the NBA. But there is an injured Laverne player while we're just chatting it up here, and we can't see really who that is, so they're dealing with that. And on the coldest night of the season, probably a cramp. Of course, it would work out to be that, looks like, from this vantage point. I don't see – I do have well, I told you the Rockvale within one score of Riverdale, 21-14 in that one. That's another very close game. And Rockvale's become a really tough place to play. That's the third quarter score. Get that one updated for you on our scoreboard here as well. So
Friday night in Rutherford County, Brian, you wouldn't expect anything less.
I don't think that there has been another score in the Oakland and Stewart's Creek game. The score I had was adios, I'm headed home from the person giving me scores from out there. So that's what we got for you. So, and the player for Laverne, De'Arian Hall, is going to walk off. He's going to be in good shape.
Great TOA trainers from both sides out there making sure the young man's okay. Brad Rowland, the head of the TOA trainers, does a great job.
I think I've updated you on everything that I know that's going on out there. Found another source for that Siegel information too. So DeMoss on the run after we get back underway, going here on 1st and 10, picks up 4 that time to the 30-yard line. Sanders and Hines combine on that tackle. Brody Hines coming into the game, 40 tackles, a sack, fumble recovery, and a pass defended. Second down for Laverne. Just underway here in the fourth. It's 28-0 in favor of the Smyrna Bulldogs. And now flag. Smyrna's pointing at Laverne. Laverne's pointing at Smyrna.
I think it's on Laverne.
And you are right. Procedure penalty backs them up to the 25.
Another example, Brian. You get 5 yards on first down. You give it right back on a false start.
Interestingly enough, last year the score was 36-0. In 2023, it was 16-0. There is a fumble, and it's the first turnover of the game for the Wolverines as Smyrna has recovered the fumble. Now a flag. And nobody was on that far side except Laverne when that flag was thrown, and the white hat threw it.
So you would think it might be something on Laverne right here. Something said maybe.
So if this is going to be the personal foul penalty, unsportsmanlike, ooh, Smyrna.
Against Smyrna.
Well, that changes things a lot. With that being the case, that certainly was a very late flag thrown. I guess maybe he saw something from afar.
Must have.
Well, that gives Laverne some new life here. No. The fumble, it was after that. So they're going to back up Smyrna to the 45. So there you go. Get it all straightened out for you. And Jackson with the give. Sturgis, 40, 35, 30. He fumbled it. And Laverne is going to pick it up at the 20-yard line. Third turnover of the night for the Bulldogs. Forced fumble and recovery. Welch.
Coach Williams is going to be a little upset tonight when this one's over. All the turnovers, all the penalties, stuff they got to clean up.
And they've all been fumbles.
I mean,
just not protecting the football
just not
there.
protecting the football. It had opportunities to score. He's going to have some film study this week, and they're going to be able to get their attention.
So that gives the Wolverines the ball right at the 20-yard line. After 3 quarters of play, Oakland's up 49-0, and a timeout. Laverne here will take one as well. 10:28 to play. State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love? Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
First and 10 for the Wolverines, and inside counter. Going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Martin III on the big takedown of Thompson.
Well, Thompson's been a workhorse tonight.
Jerry Martin III has 10 tackles so far in tonight's game, and you add that to his 49 coming into the game. He has blocked more field goals, has more sacks, and more tackles than anybody on the team. Second down and 10. Going with an empty set here for Drayden DeMoss. No, this is Hanlon back in at quarterback. And throws it right into the hands of the Smyrna Bulldogs. It's Brody Hines. Is it a pick six? It is. Pick six. Takes it 20 yards to the end zone. Bulldog touchdown. Makes it 34-0 with the extra point upcoming. Toots, by the way, don't forget their burger day is every Tuesday at Toots Good Food and Fun. $6.99 for that bacon cheeseburger, half pound and all of it. Aldana for point. They line it up here. Your holder is Vincent Morgan. Ooh, snap a little wide. They get it down just in time and get it in through the uprights, and now flags everywhere. We'll sort all of this out after the timeout. Your new score is 35-0. Smyrna on top. State Farm Prep Sports.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Penalty, by the way, was unsportsmanlike conduct on the Wolverines. So that's going to be assessed on this kickoff here.
This is where my arena football field goal right here.
Yeah.
Let's kick it through the uprights, get 3 points out of it.
Going to kick it from the 45 of Laverne. Going to the fourth quarter in that Riverdale-Rockville game. It's just a one-score game now, 21-14. Here, we should have a running clock as soon as toe meets leather here on the kickoff. It's going to be caught inside the 5 by Laverne and tackled at the 15-yard line is Denham Hall. He took a pretty good clothesline at the end of that
was a hit.
Levesque on the takedown there. And on special teams, that's his third.
If you're Coach Johnson, Brian, you know, not a lot has gone right tonight. They're battling. They're keep battling. They got to get out of their own way and start, you know, some of those self-inflicted wounds and penalties and that kind of stuff.
That's been the biggest issue for sure tonight. DeMoss slings it here near side. Pass is caught, and then Duncan is clobbered at the 20. That is a tough way to get 4 yards.
Number 41 on the stop is Cap Cup.
Cap Cup on the tackle there.
I think that was Declan Hanlon at quarterback back into the game.
Well, see, I see DeMoss in there. I guess they're running DeMoss out as a wideout.
They're running 2 quarterbacks out of this formation.
And DeMoss is going to be kind of one of the wing backs along with Thompson here, and he's going to be in motion. Tries to turn it up at the numbers. Pushes forward to the 24-yard line. So that picks up 4 yards to bring up a 3rd and short.
Number 42 on the stop, Jordan Edwards.
26-0 Eagleville.
It's 3rd down 1.
New score. Don't think that's a final, but it may be. They were in the 3rd quarter. But that was only 13 minutes ago. Similar play with Thompson running right side, and he's going to get the first down with forward progress up to the 27 with that 2-yard gain. Only needed a yard, and it's a first bank first down.
And number 42, Edwards on the stop.
I've been impressed tonight, Brian, with the Smyrna defense, especially the defensive line. I know Martin, but really the whole defensive line has really controlled the game tonight.
On the previous play, had Hazard and Edwards. That's a weird name, Edwards. Back to pass is the freshman Hanlon, and the pass is completed, but gosh, these wide receivers, that was Denham Hill on the catch, but they've been taking a punishment at the end of the plays. Smyrna with the score at 20. I'll make that 35-0, and the clock running have definitely run out a lot of substitutes. So we're trying to get as many kids mentioned here as possible. And here's a long pass, trying to air it out as Hanlon, and incomplete, but a flag is thrown.
Well, we're approaching 20 flags in the game combined tonight.
Well, I'm glad that's not my job to keep up with them. My goodness. It's a hold against Smyrna.
And I will say, Brian, this crew has got the flag tossing down to a T.
Yes, they do. They should be putting on a coaching or an official clinic.
That's how you do it. Make sure everybody can see it.
Maybe they've got, some special fuel in them or something, gives them a little air. 1st and 10 with the penalty. 4 in the backfield in this formation. And it is going to be DeMoss carrying it for 4 yards. Here to the near side, clock at 4:26. It's 35-0, and the clock is running. The rule was changed. Instead of being 35, the clock runs at 30 points. And but it did not start until that last touchdown for Smyrna. Cup, Gaddis teaming up on the tackle for Smyrna. Here's Thompson running it right side, trying to get the edge, and barely does for a couple with, guess what, I think flags. Yes.
More flags.
There was a fumble at the end of that play, and Smyrna's going to come away with it. So they will take over at the 44-yard line. That was a penalty marker and not a flag, I guess. I thought it was a flag. Regardless, we've got Bulldog timeout, so we'll talk about it here. 3:32 to play in this one on State Farm Prep Sports.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate them. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
Yard run while we were in the timeout. It was a quick one, and now stumbles at the line of scrimmage after picking up a first down. It is 2nd down and 10. First final of the night is in, and Oakland Patriots a winner over Stewart's Creek 49-0. They head into the Battle of the Borough undefeated. Got another interesting score to pass along here as well after this next play. And here is a long run by Malik Pitts. And Pitts is going to score the touchdown 27 yards away. Malik Pitts on the TD run. The sophomore finding the end zone. Another touchdown for the Bulldogs and make Laverne pay on the turnover. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in this one. And it is appearing, if Smyrna can hold on to the shutout, the 3rd shutout win in a row over Laverne. Kick is away by Aldana, and it is good. New score here from Smyrna, 42-0. The lead over the Laverne Wolverines, 2:23 to play. State Farm Prep Sports.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
We are back and ready for the kickoff to Laverne. Taken at the 14-yard line. And running it out of bounds is Denham Hill over on the far side. 2:10 to play in this one. Our game brought to you by Sir Pizza. They sponsor our Game and Coaches Show podcast, and you can find them at WGNSSports.com or wherever you listen to audio. That's Sir Pizza, East Main, South Church, and Memorial Boulevard. Got a few updates on the scoreboard. 34-24, Blackman over Siegel as they start the fourth quarter. And the Smyrna Band has already started the the fight song. So I guess they're kind of feeling it. It's going to be a Smyrna win for sure, but can they get the shutout, I guess, is the next thing they're trying for here. And Thompson reverses field, takes it right side, and he's still going to be brought down for a loss of about 4 or 5. Minute 14 to go, clock running. Complete scoreboard update coming up at the end of the contest. We've got one final in so far, and that's Oakland, a winner this evening. Next week, by the way, it's the Battle of the Borough, Blackman and Rockvale. That could be a huge game. If Rockvale can come back and beat Riverdale tonight for sure. Siegel plays Laverne at Siegel, and Smyrna will host Stewart's Creek in the Mayor's Cup. That's Thursday night. Then Friday night, MTCS versus PCA will have that game, and of course the Battle of the Borough. Eagleville will travel to Fayetteville on Friday. Here's the freshman Hanlon back to pass, and what a grab by Denham Hill. Over here in Smyrna territory at the 46-yard line. That's Denham Hall with the long catch, which will probably end the game here. 33 seconds left. 97-yard fumble return by Nate Underwood in Riverdale with 4:47 to play is up 28-14. So a two-score lead for Riverdale there. And the clock reaches 0. And we are done with this one. Another Laverne-Smyrna battle is in the books. And your final score tonight, the Smyrna Bulldogs a winner, 42-0. Stay with us. It's your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. That is coming up next for you on State Farm Prep Sports.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hey, Rutherford County sports fans, from auto, home, renters, business insurance, and more, trust your local State Farm agents. Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Alex Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. This powerful team lives here, works here, and are your neighbors. They're ready to help you manage everyday risk, recover from the unexpected, and realize your dreams. Contact Celeste, Ron, Emerson, Alex, Dana, or Andy for all of your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's the location of your emergency? I think my kid OD'd.
Hi, I'm Craig Harris. I'm County Commissioner of Rutherford County. One of the reasons I ran for office is because I wanted to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic that's impacting our county. To stop providing this epidemic with people as we educate. We have a lot to do, and we have to come together as a community because this problem's not going away.
I've been helping people from Murfreesboro for over 30 years and spent a lot of time there over the years.
We love Murfreesboro. We have lots of friends down there. We've partnered with Middle Tennessee State.
And we found more and more people asking for our services, and at some point it just made sense to open up an office there for the convenience of the citizens of the community and the surrounding areas.
We wanted to actually physically be present there and not just going there a lot.
Do you love WGNS Radio? Well, now you can watch it too. WGNS Big G TV brings your favorite radio shows live and on demand. From breaking news and community talk to Rutherford County's top local sports. We've got it all right at your fingertips. Watch anytime, anywhere. WGNS Big G TV, where radio comes to life.
The final whistle has blown. Now it's time to break down all the action on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. Stats, highlights, scores, everything you need to relive tonight's action. Brought to you by Prentice Allsup Heating and Air. From heating to cooling, they service all major brands and often provide same-day service. Their Rheem Pro team is dedicated to keeping your home or business comfortable in every season. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your hometown comfort pros on West College Street. Now back to the primetime sports team to wrap up tonight's action.
Welcome back to Smyrna's SRM Field at Robert L. Rake Stadium. Brian Barrett, Bill Hockenberry, Rod Edwards. Cast of thousands here tonight to see the Bulldog victory 42-0. They scored in every quarter, and the second half really kind of started to pour it on here. We're going to go over the scoring here in just a second. I'm going to give you a quick scoreboard, and then hopefully we'll get another score or two before we're finished here. But Eagle is winning tonight, 26-0, pretty big. Oakland a winner over Stewart's Creek. Smyrna, of course, won. Blackman is up by 10 to start the fourth quarter. And Riverdale Rockvale, that is a two-score game with Riverdale up with 4:47, and that was of the last update. And PCA a winner tonight. So that's a quick update for you on the scoreboard. But first, before we get our final scoreboard tonight, it was 42-0 Smyrna Bulldogs victorious here. And we're going to take a look at your scoring. This is your Sir Pizza replays. So, first of all, we start off with the Smyrna Bulldogs scoring in the first quarter, the only score in the first quarter. And it came with 7:04 to play. Sturgis, who had a fine night for Smyrna, a 10-yard run to put them up 7-0. We go to the second quarter, and with 5:29 before half, Sturgis on this 1-yard plunge.
Replays.
They are going to go with the power I. They've got 4 in the backfield. And Sturgis just waltzes in there untouched for the touchdown. Bulldogs. Well, it was only fitting for him to get that He was the workhorse on this entire drive, Bill.
Well, he really was. He's the one reason they got it down there, and thought he scored on the last play, and they rewarded him getting that touchdown right there.
So it was 14-0 at halftime, but it did not take long for the one and only junior Travell Gordon to get going in the third quarter. With 8:52 to play in the third, here's a big 20-yard run by him.
Replays.
Go with Gordon, powers his way to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown. What a run by Travell Gordon, the junior, his third touchdown of the season. And an impressive opening drive of the second half.
Well, Smyrna really just established that line right there, stayed with it, other than the one penalty, just ran it down their throats and got into the end zone for that third score touchdown.
Now, if you thought that was something by Gordon, just wait till you hear how the Smyrna Bulldogs went up 28-0.
Replays.
Gordon just going to plow forward, breaks a tackle, 10. He's at the 20, foot race 30, foot race 40, 50, 40, 30, 20. Can he take it all the way? Yes, indeedly do. 97 yards. And there are no flags on the field. Travell Gordon. Second touchdown of the night, fourth of the season. And I dare say probably the longest of his career.
What a run by Gordon. Bounced off a couple of tacklers, and then it was just off to the house. It was just a foot race, and he won it to the end zone.
That made it 28-0, and we go to the fourth quarter and a couple of scores in the fourth. Hines with a 24-yard interception for the pick six, and defensive score makes it 35-0. And then it was Pitts on a long run to cinch it up with 2:24 to play in this ball game.
Replays.
And here is a long run by Malik Pitts. And Pitts is going to score the touchdown 27 yards away. Malik Pitts on the TD run. The sophomore finding the end zone. Extra points all good tonight. 42-0 your final score as the Smyrna Bulldogs have won the last three meetings with Laverne in shutout fashion. This one tonight, 42-0.
Sir Pizza. That's your Sir Pizza replays. Be sure to check out the Sir Pizza podcast later and download and listen back to the game at WGNSSports.com. And for your next family night, don't forget Sir Pizza. From the traditional pepperoni to the signature Royal Feast, Queen's Feast, or King's Feast, Sir Pizza is ready to feed your hungry family. Sir Pizza on East Main, on South Church Street, and Memorial Boulevard. Plus, you can order your favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com and on their app. Download to start earning rewards points.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Before we continue, I've got to give you this update and get the reaction here. Siegels Carson, an 18-yard scamper, 6:03 to play, gets the touchdown. It is Blackman 34, Siegel 31.
Wow. Wow.
6:03 to go. I kind of thought I'd get that reaction from you two. What a shootout going on at Siegel tonight, Blackman and Siegel. Siegel gets this win, or gets a win tonight in this game. That changes a lot of things that everybody thought.
It really does. and we've been waiting on Siegel's offense to start clicking, and it seems like tonight, this is the night they finally figured it out.
Well, that's going to be an interesting one to watch down the road. So I already know what Rod's going to say. He's going to pick defensive SRM concrete solid performer. So we'll let him think about it a little more, but he doesn't really have to. Offensively tonight, who are you thinking, Smyrna or Laverne, or just what do you think?
There was a couple of standouts tonight for Smyrna. DeAntoine Sturgis had 91 yards and 2 touchdowns tonight, and also his counterpart, Travell Gordon, his partner in crime, the 97-yard touchdown, and he also had another touchdown. So he had 140 total. combined over 200 yards. Let's give it to Travell Gordon and DeAntoine Sturgis.
All right. I kind of thought you couldn't go wrong with those two for sure. Rod, what kind of night did Jerry Martin III have tonight?
Well, you're talking about I know what Rod's thinking. Rod's not even thinking. Rod knows.
Well, I knew that. I'm just kidding.
Jerry Martin.
Yeah.
10 tackles, and he may have had more than those because some of them were mass groups, but sometimes he went in and it just blew up everybody. It was like a bowling ball going in and hitting the pins. And
even rolled up on some of his own players.
His own players are flying off. This guy's a monster in the middle. You know, he is elite.
Most definitely. It's fun to watch him tonight. Our SRM Concrete solid performers, the ones who gave their team the stability all game to get it done. Locally grown, nationally known, SRM Concrete. Well, let's start out with the defensive stats here in this one for Smyrna and Laverne. Hit us with those, Rod.
Okay, and for the Laverne Wolverines, Isaiah Thompson led the team in tackles with 5. Elijah Phillips had 4, and he had a fumble recover early, which prevented a score. Things could have been worse early. Kept delaying it back to the latter part of the second half. And then another big one was Isaiah Welch had 4 tackles, and he had a forced fumble and a forced recovery. We saw him batted out of the runner's arm, and then he jumped on the ball, made the save, and that was on about the 20-yard line, his own 20. So that kept the score from happening. So again, delayed the inevitable, basically, but outstanding play on his part. And then we had Kevin Ruiz and Frederick Mills, 2 linebacker and a defensive end. Both had 4 tackles, so that was the leading players for the Laverne Wolverines. And we'll save the big one for last, but here for the Smyrna Bulldogs, Anthony Staples had 4 tackles. Denzel Yarborough had a sack. Brody Hines really broke the back of pretty much settled the game when he had the pick 6. Also had 3 tackles with it. Noah Yeager had a fumble recovery. And then we have Sanders had almost the leading tackles. He had 8, so we have one with 8. And then we go to Mr. Jerry Martin III, had 10 tackles. He led last week for the team with 7, but he's pushed it up more tonight.
Well, that's your defensive stats. Fans Heating and Air, also winners' trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. What does it look like on the offensive side, Bill?
All right, Brian. The Smyrna Bulldogs improved to 4-5, 2-4 in region play tonight with a 42-0 win over the Laverne Wolverines. Tonight on offense for the Smyrna Bulldogs, for the team, they had 337 yards on the ground, 94 yards through the air for a total of 431 yards of offense. They also had 11 first downs. Individually for Smyrna, Travell Gordon had 140 yards on 6 carries and 2 touchdowns. DeAntoine Sturgis had 15 carries for 91 yards and 2 touchdowns as well. A.J. Jackson had 3 carries for 16 yards. I thought he did a really good job running the show, quarterback for the Bulldogs tonight. Tristan Davis had a carry for 46 yards, and Malik Pitts had 2 carries for 44 yards and a touchdown in the fourth quarter. Passing tonight for the Smyrna Bulldogs, A.J. Jackson was 7 of 9, 94 yards, really efficient running the offense tonight for the Bulldogs. Receiving tonight, Yanni Morales had 3 catches for 57 yards. Sakori Weathers had 2 catches for 38 yards. And DeAntoine Sturgis had a catch as well tonight for the Bulldogs, who improved once again to 4-5, 2-4 in region play. For the Laverne Wolverines, they dropped to 0-9, 0-6 in region play. They had tonight 78 yards rushing, 62 yards through the air for a total of 140 yards of offense. They had 8 first downs. A lot of those were on penalties from Smyrna as well tonight. Individually for the
14 carries for 30 yards.
Drayton DeMoss, 15 carries for 32 yards. Really thought he played hard for the Wolverines tonight. Michael Trotter had 2 carries for 14 yards, and De'Arian Hall had 1 carry for 2 yards for the Wolverines. Through the air, Drayton DeMoss had completed 1 pass for 22 yards, and Declan Hanlon completed 3 passes for 40 yards. Receiving for the Wolverines, Jackson Duncan had 2 catches for 26 yards, and Denham Hill had 2 catches for 36 yards. Once again, the Smyrna Bulldogs 42, Laverne Wolverines nothing, and if the scores hold up the way they are, looks like Smyrna may be playing for a playoff berth here in week number 11.
Yeah, it's going to depend a lot on how the Blackman-Siegel game goes, and that's the only game still out there. Riverdale game just went final with Rockvale 28-14. So that only leaves that one game still out there. So that is one big thing. But if Blackman holds on to win, it would be Smyrna playing for that. And, you know, I think we'll know a lot once this score comes in, because Oakland is number 1 regardless, any way I can see it, even with a loss to Riverdale. Because one of the tiebreakers is Riverdale has a non-league loss. So it goes to overall record. But if Blackman has a loss in there, that puts 2 teams with, 2 losses overall.
Right.
And 1 in the league. So that would be really interesting. So we'll see about that, see what happens. But we do know that we're going to have a couple of dandies next week on Thursday night. It's the Battle of the Borough, and it's just like this game. And I know this was kind of a one-sided game tonight. But when you get rivals together, you see things like unsportsmanlike and chippy play and that kind of thing.
Right.
But it ought to be a good one.
Yes. And so Stewart's Creek and Smyrna, that's a rival.
Sure.
That's part of the northern part of the county rival. They've been in the same league almost every year. I think for a little bit, Stewart's Creek was with the Murfreesboro group, and Smyrna wasn't.
And how weird is that? Because they're just right there.
Right.
But anyway, we don't try to make sense of regions anymore.
And then you got Blackman and Rockvale. If you get an upset, that's going to throw it. But then again, Siegel's they should win their next one because they're playing Laverne next. So there's so many things still in the air, except what we do know, like you said, Oakland's number 1. The other things have to settle itself.
Well, and you talk about, Bill, if Siegel comes off and pulls off the victory, they could rattle off 2 region wins in a row here, and,
And they move into 3rd place, possibly.
Yeah, and we've been waiting on the Siegel offense to kind of explode. Albie is a really hard runner. They have some weapons. And it seems like tonight that, they got a special teams play that run back for a touchdown. So, Siegel is a very dangerous team, which has already won a couple of other games. I think they beat Smyrna earlier in the season as well. So, this game right here, Siegel could somehow pull this game out. Siegel could be right there knocking at the playoff door.
And Blackman's got it in front of them. They're probably playing knowing with a 3-point lead or wherever that game is right now that they win. They secure their number 2 seed and hosting a game.
But this is going to find out how tough are you
and that's
when
a big
it comes
deal.
down.
That's a huge deal hosting in that first round. You don't want to be on that road.
No.
Yeah. Well, going to be interesting. We'll got 2 games next week. Rest up, fellas. It's going to be a long week, isn't it?
Yeah.
And Wednesday night, MTSU hosts. So MTSU hosts a game Wednesday night.
Yep.
So a good week of football.
Jacksonville State coming in. So we'll see what they've got. Hopefully the Blue Raiders can be back home and get a win. We'll hope for that. So we'll have that broadcast. So we'll wrap it up. Appreciate it, you too. Bill Hockenberry, Rod Edwards joining me here. And as we hand out thanks, Jonas Harmon and Micah Robeson doing our Big G TV coverage, and Jackson, what's his name? Oh, Smith. I got it wrong last week, so I thought I'd, play around a little bit. But anyway, so that's going to do it here for our coverage here this evening. Let me update your scoreboard, and we'll get you to the Friday Night Thunder scoreboard show until 11 o'clock with all the scores around the mid-state. Keep up with everything that's going on around Middle Tennessee. So Eagleville a win over Zion Christian tonight, 33-0. Big win for them. Only had a one-touchdown lead after the first quarter, really turned it on in the second half. Oakland defeats Stewart's Creek 49-0. It's 28-14, Riverdale a victory over Rockvale. Blackman 34, Siegel 31, 6 minutes to go, and that was several minutes ago. And I don't have a final, but I'm sure Friday Night Thunder will take care of business for that. Of course, in our game, 42-0, Smyrna the victor, and Providence Christian defeats Concord Christian 38-28. It was a come-from-behind win for PCA, and they'll play MTCS next Friday night. So you've got the MTSU game Wednesday versus Jack State, 6:30 kickoff. You've got the Battle of the Borough on Thursday, so you'll have a lot of coverage. Primetime sports at 5 o'clock, then at 6 o'clock, Friday Night Thunder pregame show, and then 6:30 will be our countdown to the game from the game with Oakland and Riverdale, and then, of course, the contest. So be sure to join us for that. Friday night, Halloween, we're going to spend it with the Battle of the Airport Strip. It's MTCS and PCA. Coaches show in the morning. Prentice Salsa Heating and Air Coaches Corner. John Dinkins will make a return. He's going to join us remotely and handle the first 3 interviews, and Bill will take the middle. I'll wrap it up tomorrow morning beginning at 9 o'clock, so hope you'll join us then. Hope you enjoyed our coverage tonight from Robert L. Rake Stadium, SRM Field. Thanks to Dr. Sherry Sutherland, Billy Harris, and everybody here, Jeff Shipley, everybody who made our night very comfortable here at Smyrna. So that's it. So long, everybody, until the next time we meet at the game.
Thanks for joining us for tonight.
All right. Yeah, have a great week.
GNS and Big G TV.
Take care.
WGNSSports.com later to download, watch, or listen to the full podcast of the game. And be sure to check the site for details for the next State Farm Prep Sports broadcast. The station manager of WGNS is Brian Barrett. Primetime Sports for joining us for tonight's high school sports action on WGNS and Big G TV. Visit WGNSSports.com later to download, watch, or listen to the full podcast of the game. And be sure to check the site for details for the next State Farm Prep Sports broadcast. The station manager of WGNS is Brian Barrett. Primetime Sports Director John Dinkins. And the executive producer of Big G TV, Dalton Barrett. A big thank you to all the sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible. This has been a Primetime Sports presentation on the Good Neighbor Network.